There, everybody got the message and joined in. Are you snapping at home? Ladies and gentlemen, now you can watch the choreography, study it, get good at it, learn to perform it live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, look, I don't want to get you too excited because this isn't, I just said I didn't want to get you too excited. Now I know that the fact that that's saying it's the Bob Doyle Show is probably contributing to the frenzy, making you think that we've got a Bob Doyle Show going. But what we've really got, what do we really have? What do we really have? Well, what we really have is a little bit too much reverb on me right now. We have Nori and Guy in the house, and we have some snapping still in the background, and we got this video going, and we have me. So you put all that together, and it seems to indicate Bob Doyle Show. But, clearly, we didn't do the proper opening with an episode number and a title. So let's just relax. Hi, George, and Tracy is here. Well, I have to tell each and every one of you that if you came here because of you know what? I shouldn't say anything because you just never know. I should just leave well. I should just say welcome. Be grateful for you. I am, by the way. Every time someone just shows up, even though they may, you know what? I don't guess we need this dancing in the background. Although it is festive. I need to replace this. See, as you can tell, I'm updating everything. I'm upgrading everything. Everything. Even got a haircut yesterday. The ultimate upgrade. Oh, wow. I was reaching for a baseball cap that wasn't there, and I should have really known it wasn't there because I was just talking about the haircut I got. Hi, Natty. So look, I'm wearing my Bob Doyle Show watch. How many of you can say the same? Look, I know you're hesitant to share this broadcast because you're like, well, what is it? I don't know. That's the thing. I'll tell you the actual reason I pushed play is because I had a fresh cup of cappuccino that I'm having in my Bob Doyle Show mug, which, by the way, here's an interesting piece of trivia. You'll notice the similarity between this and that. This image is exactly the image, the JPEG image that I sent to Zazzle to print this mug, which, by the way, is also the same exact image I sent to Zazzle to press the Bob Doyle Show watch. And Susan is here, and Susan has 4 names, and Sarah Jane Platt has 3. Hi, Alejandra. Thank you for saying so. I'm sure you're looking good too, wherever you are. And Sharon, welcome into the room. You snuck in there, but I saw you. I'm going to show you this. Now, I showed it to you for a second. Could anybody in that split second tell me what I just showed you? Anybody? I need some sort of response, like, I didn't see it. I think it was this. Can you show it again? But I want to see if anybody in our audience caught it. Because see, this is a visual show. Now look, the audio of this program may very well be a podcast you're listening to right now, and the whole thing is lost on you, which is sad, but it's a podcast. Oh, Nori's in the right ballpark. It was definitely a duck. But it wasn't a bobblehead, but that was a good guess, a fair guess. Hey, Denise. Boy, we just got, we got the gang. The gang, hey, if each of my gang could meet 10 new people and bring them in here, we'd grow this thing. I'm show it to you again, okay? Just a little bit longer. Now, would you like to revise your guess, Nori? Why I'm showing it to you? There's no real reason except that I have it near me. And Why not share it? It's fun. It's fun. Who couldn't use fun on a Friday? Because I know how we all hate Fridays, right? I mean, it is the biggest downer day. What? The last day of the work week, but but my job. What am I? I have to 2 days without it. So I know how everybody feels about Fridays, and we're all just waiting until TGIM. I know, but look. That's why we gather here on a Friday, to remember that life is still worth living, even though we've got this whole weekend thing where we don't get to go to work and stuff. So, no, Cheryl, that would be freaking awesome, but it's not a Bob Doyle duck. No, Nori got it. Nori got it. It's Prince. Paddle like it's 1999. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, so it's from a company called Celebra Ducks. I could just keep doing this all day, right? I mean, it's just one rim shot worthy thing after another. Celebra Ducks, so you'll get the likes of, well, if I wore my glasses, I could tell you who you'd have the likes of, but as it is, I have to guess completely. It looks like there's a Spock. There is an Elvis, it looks like, right in front. I don't know. I think that's, yes, Terminator. You know, the usual duck specs. Look, the rim shots need to be louder or they're completely ineffective. Look, I just added them to the queue. I updated my music a little bit here on my old iPad. I added the jazzy theme for the Bob Doyle Show, which, as I've mentioned, we don't know if this is official. It's not. It can't be official. Official Bob Doyle Show has some sort of a plan, some sort of an outline. My plan today? Hey, go live. Let's see what happens. Terry, Denise, see, it's just, it's us. Are you sure this isn't some sort of a Bob Doyle support group and you guys have all just agreed, oh, God, he's live again. All right, look, somebody's got to get on there so he doesn't, we need to make him think that somebody cares. So, Denise, you got it, right? Cheryl, Sharon, all of us, the Terry, Nori, Natty, everybody who always comes. It's like a thing. It's like you've got this pact. We'll help him through this. Maybe one day he'll just realize it's futile and stop. But until then, let's rally for him. Let's make him feel like this is time well spent. Because if he wasn't doing this, what would he be doing with this stuff in his head? It's for the benefit of the world at large that we show up. Nori says, no, we love you. Which is exactly what I would expect all of you to say, given your roles in this. Wouldn't that be weird if I was that paranoid? Like, paranoid about a good, weird thing. That would be a really odd thing to be like. Everybody's, I think, absolutely crazy about one or two things. Like, they're totally normal 99.9% of the time. But there's this one thing that there's absolutely no logic. It's crazy. You know what I'm talking about? We all have our thing. I can't think of mine right off the bat. I promise I have probably more than one. I don't assess mine. I'm too busy assessing others, right? No. But But what if that was my thing? What if that was my crazy? Now it's even too complicated to explain my crazy. And that's why I'm doomed to always be that way. How can I get help with a crazy that I can't explain? Can't explain. So how's everyone doing? Oh, the worst question to ask. Seriously. So how's it going tonight? Really? Why do people do that? Why do comedians come on stage and say, so how's everyone doing? Because clearly they're not going to get an answer. I'm a great friend, coach, and mentor. That's nice, Denise. Thank you. And Karen is with us as well, and Rick. How are things in Hawaii, Rick? We have a beautiful day. Well, it's kind of overcast, actually, but it's not as hot as it's been here in Marina del Rey. It actually looks a lot like what's going out that window. Evening here where Karen is. Trying to put a quote together. See, the humor opportunity there, even though it's lame and very weak, I could have come up with any, quote. I couldn't come up of the infinite number of quotes I could have chosen. I could have picked any quote out of the air, and I could have said, here's one, it's easy, and then given you a quote. And I still haven't come up with one of all the quotes from anyone on the planet, and I can't access a quote. It's a good thing I have a show, right? It's a good thing I'm a broadcaster. Casting this broadly. And if you're thinking to yourself, has he actually said anything yet? Nope. I haven't even given a URL. Now the past few of these I've done, admittedly, it was about the network marketing thing. Oh, here it comes. I wish you guys wouldn't say, "Oh, here it comes," so loudly. At least, I know you're here to support me. Denise, did you watch the replay? I think you did. Did you comment on it, right? I can't remember now. I really honestly can't remember. But we did the network marketing thing last week. Just like I said. And I thought it was pretty good. If I was a network marketer, I'd be like, wow, that was really valuable. You know what I'm going to do? You're probably going to come to the Facebook page and then post the link, aren't you? Well, I don't know that you had to say it that way, but yes. Okay, thanks. I really actually appreciate it because I'd really like to find out what you said that day and I was busy. Well, okay. I'm going to post it for you so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, thanks. I just have to get to my own page. So many clicks. There I am. Comment. WWO. BobDoyleLive.com/network marketing LOA. I think. Yes. Haha. So you can go there if you want to. You don't have to. Look, I'm not twisting your arm. I'm just saying, if you wanted to go, you could go. And if you did go, it would look like this while it loads. And then when it finishes loading, anymore. Oh, look, I have created in progress. More empowering. Look at that. That's the replay of the thing. Okay? Look, I don't know why the lines aren't lining up there. Why are you guys picking on me? Seriously, I come here full of love, just wanting to contribute to your lives. No, seriously. If you're interested in that, and the thing is like I said before I did it, it's not just law of attraction. I mean, it's not just network marketing. It's not just for network marketers. It's for anyone. Thank you for sharing it. That's right. Oh, she shared it. Denise shared it with a team, but you haven't even looked at it yet. I also thought, you know what? Who else could use these? Real estate professionals. Any real estate professional training organizations out there who could use a good dose of law of attraction action? You guys are just going to have to understand I'm really, really excited about doing this stuff. So, what else can I tell you about? Do you even want me to tell you about stuff? Because, I mean, if you don't, I get it. There's so much stuff you could be told about. You could go, if you just wanted to be told stuff, you could go to the grocery store and get grocery shopping done at the same time as being told stuff. So, I mean, and here, you're just getting told stuff and no groceries. Phew, that's not a very good deal. So, Denise got sick at her sales conference. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but that's the thing about hanging around with people, you know. That's why I just stay here in this hermetically sealed studio, away from all people, because everyone has germs, and every one of those germs is out to get you and make you sick, as evidenced by Denise here, who just was minding her own business at a sales conference. And found herself around all these annoying other people and got sick. All right, I should stop talking about that because Lynn will come in here and will say, "Stop it! They don't know you're joking." Well, here's a random question from Sharon. Explain binaural beats. It sounds like she just threw down the gauntlet. Hey, you. Hey, talkie boy. Okay. But explain binaural beats. Yeah, the basic binaural beats. Binaural beats allows brainwave entrainment through listening to audio that is basically programmed with these binaural beats. It's a way to entrain your brainwave patterns to, from the normal beta active state to an alpha or theta or meditative state, that kind of thing. Been around for a very long time. And the way that it works is you've got one, and there's lots of ways to do it now, and people have moved beyond binaural beats and all that. But at its core, you're hearing one tone frequency in one ear and the other tone frequency in the other ear with the stereo headphones. They're slightly different. The wave frequency that results from the differences they try to resolve basically creates this frequency which entrains your brain. So all of our brainwave entrainment products and services from the past have always had, like the alpha theta brainwave entrainment carrier tone, if you will. In our case, we used like white noise, so it sounded more like a ocean. But most people use tones, which kind of annoys me. It's too electronic for me. You know what I'm saying? So Sharon says she has a reason. There's a reason for asking about binaural beats. So now the suspense. I need the appropriate music. Now that Sharon has the information about binaural beats, what information will she come back with? What does she know that we do not? Binaural Beats, the mystery behind the mystery, with Sharon Skelton, exclusively on the Bob Doyle Show broadcast that isn't actually the Bob Doyle Show, even though everything about it screams that it is, in fact, the Bob Doyle Show, including the sign behind him and the watch he's wearing, the coffee mug out of which he is drinking. But it is not the Bob Doyle Show. Sharon wants to know, will binaural beats work if you are deaf in one ear? Not in the traditional way. But there are other people who use different kind of tone technology that you don't have to have the beats. And honestly, just listening to something in rhythm, like drum beats and things like that, just with no special equipment, can entrain you. If you tune yourself into the rhythm and really just pace yourself, your breathing just naturally falls in. You're going to sort of entrain that way. So some people just use basic pulsing. So there's all kinds of ways to use that type of technology to entrain your brain waves that does not require you to be listening both ears. All right. So I hope that was informative and entertaining at the same time, which is exactly what we strive to do here on the show that is not like exactly the Bob Doyle Show-ish. Ooh, those are legit knuckle cracks. Probably not good for me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Story Time with Bob. Once upon a time, in a town very much like the town you live in, there were 4 people who did not like each other at all. And in fact, they didn't like each other so much that their paths never crossed. The end. Look, I'm not a storyteller. I've been known to tell stories, but I was not prepared. Look, I knew when I went live, this is going to be like, what can I grab here and be in the moment? And because I have nothing, I've got no plan. I just needed, in my heart, I needed to, you know what I mean? What other sound effects can I use to explain clearly what I needed to do? You know what? I don't think I need to do that last one. That one, totally optional, but honestly, a little bit fun. Oh, Terry, I wish you would tell a million other people. I'm waiting. How many have you told so far? Why would I look at my watch for that? That's a great question. Why would I look at my watch to get the answer from Terry about how many people she has told to watch this show? Well, there's no logical reason. And I don't know where Cody is at the moment because I invited him in to the studio before. It's one of these things where, you know, the door's open. You go, are you coming in? We coming in? Because I got to close the door. Are you coming in? You all know it. If you got a dog, you know what I'm saying. Can you believe that some people actually left this broadcast? They were here and then they left this. They left this. What? Okay. So Cody opted to stand there and not come in. So door closed. Oh, he's regretting it now, I'm sure. Oh, he's out there going, oh, why did I have to play alpha? Why didn't I just go? I should have just done what I wanted to and not done this power play. That's what he's thinking right now. I can hear it. You know, they think in pictures like we do, and I'm seeing all these pictures of him regretting it. Which is weird because, you know, animals don't normally have regret. But when it comes to sitting in my lap during a live broadcast and you miss out on that because you're doing some sort of, oh, I don't want you to think that I need to be in there kind of play. Well, sorry, Cody. What that means is you're out there sitting next to your mother probably getting your head scratched. Actually, honestly, he could be sitting next to her a foot away, but I guarantee you she's like this. Both hands on the keyboard, looking at the keyboard like this. Or she might be on a client call. She was before. My point is Cody's laying there not being petted. And he could be in here being loved on right now, but no, he had to be all, you know how they are. He's 13. He's really puffing up, you know. We got all these big dogs in the neighborhood. I think he feels like he has to prove himself. He doesn't. I tell him he doesn't, but I think, you know, teenagers are. All right, Karen, she's got to go. All the best. Catch you another time. Yes, you will. Have you got any more of your scary stories? You know, I was just thinking about that, Sarah Jane. Sarah Jane is, I think, referring to a little segment we used to do on this program called It's Scary in Here. I don't have any of that media handy to remind you of the... I mean, I could do it, but, you know. Oh, now I have to. Sarah Jane, what did you make happen? You know, I get it in my head, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to do it. Well, I could. I guess I will. Actually, I don't know if I can do it. I'm going to see if I can do it. Just the opening. Just the opening. No, I'm not finding this. I think I gave up on that idea before I ever even moved my studio over to this side of the room. So, anyway, it was just this collection of weird, crazy stories that I wrote in the 90s that I thought I could revive in an interesting way on this program. But for some reason, I made it very technically difficult for me to coordinate. And of course, me being me, I had to do everything live. I wanted it to be live. And then I started pre-recording a little bit of it. And then it was just like, you know what? These stories are too weird anyway. Now, Dawn, Lynn isn't watching this because I think she's with a client on the phone, you know. Well, thank you, Sarah Jane. I appreciate the fact that you thought they were cool. See, the thing is, I just never, I need a feedback system. I need to, like, at the end of the show, they'll serve it. What did you like about this? What didn't you like? What would you like to hear more of? Why aren't you telling 25 people? All those types of survey questions. Oh, Dawn, now you guys are jumping on the scary train. Look, some of them, the ones I didn't read, I should send Dawn over the original manuscript. Although she might not want to work with me anymore if I send. But this was in the 90s, early 90s. This was a scary time in our culture. Not like now. Now everything is just, it's like Pleasantville. But back then, things were a little rocky. I think my brain was bent. Not like it is today. Clearly, just all ironed out, smooth as silk, no glitches. Halloween is just, I see. Oh, you're right. I could make it a Halloween. What I should do is take the darkest ones I have, and make it a total, PG-13 or whatever. No, I can't. If I swear to God, if I read the darkest ones, the 7 people I have who show up normally, it would be reduced to me. I don't know that that's true. I'm probably exaggerating. I think I've clearly set it up that was then, and this is now. Although some of you may not buy for a minute that anything is different. I'm just not writing that crap down anymore. All right, Marina is here. Marina, I'm so happy for you in your new place. This view pales in comparison to what you have. Oh man, this is almost gone. Look at that. Almost gone. Gone. Now all we've got is memories and foam. Memory foam. Ladies and gentlemen, for crying out loud, keep the volume up. Screw it. You know what, iPad, I'm very disappointed in you. Oh, actually, you should be disappointed in myself because I was on the wrong page. That's still too quiet. I'm going to have to talk to the band. Whoever mic'd the drums, I'm not going to fire you, but we're going to have a conversation. See how fair? Tough, but fair. Marina's about to make a coffee, probably at an appropriate time of day. So I just finished mine. It's 2:04 p.m. here, the international time for stopping drinking coffee. I think that's true. I think that's a true fact. I saw it on the internet, so, right? Sarah Jane remembers when the handle fell off of my original mug. It's over there. I still have it. I've Gorilla Glued it or something. I've done some kind of glue. I think it was Gorilla Glue. Glued it back on, but I'm not taking any chances. So it's just a monument. You know what I'm going to do? I'll make a candle out of it, right? Melt some wax in there, make a big old Bob Doyle Show candle. And then everyone will want one, and you can't get one without buying a Bob Doyle Show mug and then making your own candle. Look, I can't sell candle kits too, right, Rich? We can't all go out there and talk to whales and dolphins. Some of us just have to talk to people. There's really no comparison. Not to insult any of the people watching this, and if there are any dolphins watching this, I would just like to say I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do the Douglas Adams thing. I'm not. So long and thanks for all the fish. All right, so I did it, but it's only because I don't think enough people knew the reference for it to be completely tacky that I was throwing the reference in the face as if I was like some cool hipster person who knows all the references. But there was a piece of me that was just feeling incomplete by not saying it. So I felt justified. Marina is asking, so what's happening? Now, that could be asked a couple of ways. One is like, what's happening? Why am I doing this show? The other is, what's happening to your brain right now? Because I think we're witnessing a meltdown. Look, a meltdown, that's subjective. I don't think is there a medical definition? How do we know? Like, at what point is a thing, an episode, a series of behavioral events, when does it become technically a meltdown? Medically. You know, like when do they write down on the chart, patient had a meltdown? Is there such a thing as a near meltdown? Like, I need to know the degrees. Is there a doctor in the house? Dr. House would be good. Denise Klein says, meet Bob Doyle. I don't know what that means. Someone's saying hi to Kelly, and I don't even see a Kelly in here. So that means there are stealth people. There are people that I can't see watching. That's where the other 9,000 are. I can only see certain people who are viewing. But really, this is being viewed by thousands of people who I can't see. Well, that would explain it. That would explain it all. Steve's here. He just said hello. That's my proof. Or someone has his iPad or some other My guess it's Steve. I'm thinking it's Steve. It would be pretty elaborate for him. You know what? Let's do this. Hold on. I'm going to hand you my iPad. Okay. I want you to go watch this guy. I want you to say hello as if you're me. That's not something I can see transpiring. Not knowing Steve. I'm guessing. Look at Steve, Terry, Denise. We all know each other. Marina, what? Okay, wait a minute. Am I broadcasting this to my timeline, or am I broadcasting this to my coaching group, ladies and gentlemen? Because that's who's here. 3 people on her team have popped in. Well, team, I want to welcome you. My name is Bob Doyle, and the reason Denise brought you here is because, well, she has reason to believe that there is stuff in my head that can help you. Now, right now, what you're seeing is, well, it's a little bit of silliness. But there's plenty of other opportunity to witness a not-so-silly version. And in fact, she probably shared a link with you. Although I was probably pretty silly in that too. But not so silly that you weren't learning something. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Timeline. Sometimes when I look at these comments and just read these words out of context, like timeline, it'd be like if I looked down and someone said, spinach. Yeah. And then I watch them back, and then I realize, oh, I should have immediately known what she meant by timeline. And spinach. Well, I'm glad the silliness is good, because that's just about what I'm best at. Right? So if we can make learning a little bit of law of attraction a little bit more fun, a little lighter, a little lighter. Lighter is one thing. Lighter, see, it's even fun to say. Lighter. I want to feel a little lighter around the law of attraction. See, it just makes it fun. It's like you're singing lighter around the law of attraction. Do, 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 do. You all know that song. But they played it to death on the radio, so I understand why you're bristling. Kind of like Kool and the Gang Celebration. Whew, man, I have issues with that song. I really do. Marina says she's hearing me. She's hearing me. That's what Marinas do, especially this one. All right. Well, anyway, team of Denise, I would love it if you'd pop over and watch the training that we did last Saturday around the law of attraction and network marketing, and see if we can't bring a little of this enthusiasm into your lives and the principles that are oh so powerful when implemented properly. Am I right? Can I get a name in from those who have implemented or are in the process of implementing? Okay, I'm just going to say that everybody said yes. Look, you guys, the law of attraction can be a little challenging sometimes, because it's our starting point. Where we start in this journey of the law of attraction is normally, for most people, this crazy. We've got so many beliefs about how things should go and how hard you have to work and how hard things are going to be, or how big and how small, and what the significance of money, all of this stuff. It just takes a while to redo the energy. It takes a lot of very intentional, action, mental action, meditation, visualization, getting clear, a lot of self-honesty. And getting clear on what you want. And then it can start to work when you can, if you want money and you're trying to visualize money and it's stressing you out, that's not helping you. So we need to get you to feeling, we need to get you feeling into the space of having the money or the relationship or the whatever. And I'm telling you that most people, even after course after course after course in the law of attraction, are still approaching it as a way to solve their problem. So they focus on their little thing and they get that little jolt and they go, good, because that'll solve my problem. And it's just boom, right back there. And it's habitual and it's automatic. And people wonder why the law of attraction isn't working, but it is working. It's just that you're not sending a consistent signal and you can't freaking give up. Well, I don't know where that came from. I think it was, you know what it was? It was the balance that the audience tipped the balance of law of attraction people in here. It tipped the scales and it just dumped all over me, and I had to start talking about the law of attraction. That's what happened. You saw it happen right there. But I really am getting really, really clear that people are making this way too hard on themselves. And, focusing on the problem. Focusing on the problem, even though you think you're focusing on the solution. Focusing on the problem. And then you affirm it. And you say, well, I'm working on this, but I still can't get past this thing, this money thing, or this whatever thing. Is this one just beating me up? Affirm, affirm, affirm. I know. You're just reaching out for support. You're telling how it is. This is where I'm struggling. But sometimes, before you do that, try different affirmations, try different feelings. We've really got to shift you into the feeling of having it now. That's what all of this is about. It's what all the tools are for. It's what all the release techniques are for. It's for what everything is for, is to have you shift into the vision or the feeling of abundance or love or acceptance or freedom or whatever, without it being tainted with, and the reason I need this is because of all this crap that's happening that I'm thinking about right now and feeling. And I know that it's hard to do, and that's why people give up too soon, because there's a lot of rewiring that has to happen to make that happen that's more effortless and easy. But when we tell ourselves, oh, this is so hard, we just add another layer. It is what it is. It doesn't have to be hard. It's just a process that you're going through. It can be challenging, and you can see all kinds of stuff that, it's like, well, this is a tough emotional wave to ride. But you do it so that you can get where you're going, because that's what's most important. And you know it's most important because you have successfully tuned into the feeling, and you know that there is no other feeling like this. This is the feeling of expansiveness and connectedness that you are here to have. It's why you're alive. And when you reach that, the other stuff becomes, the little things that stop you, the little voices that say, you can't do it, become less significant. No nonsense LOA, ladies and gentlemen. I know. Isn't that odd? Because I probably have more nonsense coming out of my mouth in any given period of time. And yet, when I'm not doing that, no nonsense. Right. Thank you, Terry. Hi, Michael. And another Marina. A Marina with 2 R's. When 1 R just isn't quite enough. I hope that didn't make you, Marina, with the 1 R, feel less than, because I was just kidding. It was just a joke. I know Marina would not feel less than. All right. Yes, so feel good first. And it, as Terry says here, and it seems so like it's that the problem is it seems cliche. That's the problem. Everybody all these law of attraction things get all packaged up into cliche, and then they become meaningless, even though they are the truth. You feel good first. Oh, well. I'm going to keep on talking about it till everybody gets it. Well, I can't. Not everybody. It'd be great, not my personal mission, because I'd have no time for the ukulele. You know what I'm saying? All right, well, look, I didn't plan on going off on that. I just wanted to have some fun, and I did, actually. But you know what? Here's the truth. I closed the window and I turned off the fan to do this, and quite frankly, it's getting hot in here. And I would prefer not to be hot on a Friday. 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 Anyway, I don't want to be any of those things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you guys to push likes and hearts like crazy, just all of a sudden like crazy. The LOLs, like every emoticon you can possibly do, because I think what happens is I hypnotize you all during these broadcasts, and you can't move your hand to say, hey, I like this. And so there we go. So now I have released you from the trance, so that I can get a little feedback, Awesome. Thank you. Yes. Begging for acknowledgement. That's what it's come down to. But, I ain't too proud to beg. Let's take it out with the jazzy theme again. I really like this one. All right, you guys. Thank you for all the... Yes, this is... what a great way to end. All right, now I got to see if I can fade to black in a decent way. Well, I'm going to actually try a fade, which means I have to click this button here. All right, here we go. Let's see if it fades effortlessly.